we now know from meeting with the state attorney's office that Officer Bell violated policies when he engaged Corey Jones on the side of the road. It has been confirmed again that there are inconsistencies from statements made and the evidence that we now know, that there's audio recordings that do exist, and that this matter is going to a grand jury to be decided. The family is optimistic from their meetings with State Attorney Aaron Byrd and Brian Fernandez and their legal associates, but they are concerned about the grand jury process, and who wouldn't be based on the recent history in America in Ferguson, Missouri, Staten Island, New York, and Cleveland, Ohio, when there are people of color shot by police officers. The grand jury process has not been one that has delivered justice for our community. So we are very, very leery of the grand juries in general, because we know, based on the statistics, based on the facts, 99.999% of the time, when a state attorney goes to a grand jury seeking an indictment, they get an indictment. So that tells the Jones family and the entire community that if the prosecutor wants an indictment from the grand jury, they will return an indictment. If they don't want an indictment, then the grand jury won't indict. This is clearly in the hands of the prosecutor's office to do justice for Corey Jones. We're going to have his family speak to you all. They were hopeful for a direct filing. They have been waiting in agony for 6 months, and now they were informed that they're going to have to wait at least another 2 months.
We was very angry at first with the outcome. Like we said, we was hoping and waiting for direct files to be charged, but that wasn't the case. So now we here, and we have to wait a little bit longer for this whole process to come through. We're a little leery about the whole thing because it's under secrecy. We just want and hoping that everything is going to be presented, which they told us. It's a lot of evidence, and it's just hard, man, just being here and knowing that we have to go through this and keep going through this, and knowing that David Amber has all the power to do the right thing, and that's all we're asking for. If you did something wrong, pay your consequences. That's it, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you did something wrong, pay your consequences.
Yeah.
If my brother did something wrong, he would have to pay his consequences.
Yeah.
We know he didn't do nothing wrong that night, and we just want to get the system and make sure we get through this and get justice served for my brother.
The meeting went very well. We got a lot of questions off of our chest, hard questions that would basically force them to give us the answers or not give us the answers. The one thing that I was looking for was for them to let us know that they will actually have the passion behind fighting for Corey. And that was one thing that I didn't have to ask. One of the ladies there, Sandra, she came out and said that there will be passion, and that's what I was looking for. I didn't want anything that was thrown together, just a whole bunch of paperwork and they just leave. So that's the most wonderful thing that I heard was passion because not everyone gets to this point. Sometimes you don't even get here. It could have been thrown out. So I'm staying very hopeful and knowing that what they said to us will be true, and they will actually fight, and not just make this another case or just just brush anything under the rug. So we're really hopeful, and we're looking for the best outcome with this grand jury process. So that's the only thing we could do is trust and believe that they're going to do their part and stick to their word.
We are sad at the decision to go to grand jury. We were optimistic for a direct file. Now we are optimistic for this process. Our family, as I explained to the state attorney, we have held decorum, and we want to continue to believe and have the faith of the words that he has spoken to us, that he will pursue justice for Corey.
Amen.
It's been a hard 6 months of waiting and waiting to get an answer, to get justice for my son Corey. A good kid, a loving kid, a kind kid. And for something like this to happen to him, I'm angry. I'm angry. Because it shouldn't happen. This was a police officer, the one supposed to hold up a standard for the community. And he took my son's life because he thought it was something else. He wasn't even dressed appropriately in police attire. He didn't even have a flashlight, just a flashlight, to say who he was. But he took my son's life. So I'm optimistic that we will get justice for Corey. I'm holding the state attorney that he will do the right things, that he will get justice, that he will not let this ex-officer get off with the crime that he did to my son. We was talking to him, man, I don't even have any grandchildren from him now. I can't see him no more. And I just want to know why. What was the reasoning? It shouldn't have happened. So I want you to pray for my family, all the clergymen. Pray for my family. We need your prayers. We are hurting. You may see us and you just don't know how hurting this is. We don't have any closure yet. We need closure and justice for Corey. Thank you.